Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels Origins. So for today's Friday Night Magic deck tech and gameplay, I will be playing with a Thopters deck. So this is a slightly different deck to what I was running, I don't know, quite a while ago. I built a Thopters deck kind of just after I started playing the game, when I didn't really have all of the cards unlocked. So this probably looks a bit different. So start off with the FYI Impulse, a nice 1 mana red spell which can just deal with early game creatures to kind of keep us in the game until we're getting tons and tons of Thopters out later on. Rune Servitor, a nice early drop which is nice body at 2/2, 2 power, 2 toughness for 2 mana, and when it dies you get to draw a card, but your opponent does as well, but that's not really the end of the world. We've got the Perilous Mirror, another nice 2-drop, so while it's only got 1 power, 1 toughness, the 2 damage that it can deal anywhere to either target creature or player is pretty fantastic. We've got the 1 Sigil of Valor, so another artifact, but you can dump this potentially on a Thopter and swing for huge damage, and yeah, push through quite a bit with it. We've got Twin Bolt, a nice 2 mana removal where you can dish out damage among potentially aggro targets. Chief of the Foundry, pretty key for pumping up all of the Thopters in the deck, so pumps up all artifact creatures by +1/+1, and is quite a nice body on its own right. We've got a Thopter Engineer, so this is the first 3 mana, second 3 mana creature in the deck. Generates a 1/1 Thopter token and also gives any artifact creatures haste. I don't have any Gearcrafters in this deck, mostly because they're pretty trash compared to the Thopter Engineer. Well, they're both the same mana, both generate a Thopter, but this has the added benefit of having a bit of extra toughness, so survives things like Twin Bolt. Whereas like something like Gearcrafter, if we take a quick look at that, we want 3 mana, don't we? What are we looking for? Gearcrafter, yeah. So it's 3 mana as well, generates a Thopter but only has 1 toughness, so potential Twin Bolt can take out that and the Thopter, whereas at least the Thopter Engineer would survive that case. We've got the Artificer's Epiphany for card draw, so a great piece of card draw, get to draw 2 cards, and because we're pretty much almost guaranteed to control an artifact every time, we get to keep both of them. We have the Whirler Rogue, so our first 4-drop, yep, so only as it comes into the battlefield it generates 2 Thopters, and it also has its awesome ability where you can then tap 2 artifacts and able to push through make a creature unblockable and push through damage. Got only 2 Aspiring Aeronauts. It's not the best Thopter generating card in the deck, it's just good. It's as expensive as the Whirler Rogue, but isn't quite as good as it only generates 1 Thopter, but it does have the ability to fly, which makes it slightly better than something like a Gearcrafter. And yeah, it's just there. I've only got 2 of them just to fill out the deck, really. Peering Kieran Nalar is our other 4-drop, another one of our 4-drops, so we can only have 2 of these in the deck, thanks to its rare status. It's legendary, so you can only have 1 of them on the battlefield at the time as well, but it generates 2 Thopters, and then we can actually start sacrificing our artifact creatures to deal 2 damage among target creature or player. Finally, the last of our creatures is the Reclusive Artificer. So when this comes down, it's got haste, so it can attack immediately, and then can also deal damage to a target creature equal to the number of artifacts you control. This is a great card. If you've got 4 or 5 Thopters down, you can pretty much nuke almost every single card in the deck, apart from something like a Gaia's Revenge, I think. So yeah, this is pretty insane. It's a nice card. Finally, to round off the deck in terms of cards or spells, we've got Thopter Spy Network. So at the beginning of my upkeep, if I control an artifact, I get to put a Thopter on the battlefield, which is awesome. And then whenever an artifact creature deals combat damage to a player, I get to draw a card as well. So it's a nice card draw engine and a token generator. In terms of the mana base, we've got 6 islands, 7 mountains, just because it's fairly equal, so we're just favouring the mountain very slightly. We've got the 2 Sulphur Falls, we've got the 3 Foundry of the Console, so that also allows us to generate extra Thopters if we need to, and the 4 Izzet Guild Gates. So that's the deck, let's go play some games. Okay guys, so the first game of today is against the rank 40 Raziel, I believe his name was, we'll double check that in a second, but I think this is an acceptable start. We've got the 2 mana, the Rune Servitor, the FYI Impulse, and the Twin Bolt. So let's start with the Guild Gate. Yeah, we're playing Raziel, a fellow rank 40 opponent, as I am now rank 40, which is really weird to see, as I was stuck at the kind of the low to mid 20s for such a long while, and then I've suddenly able to come out and push all the way to 40 in the last couple of weeks, which is quite nice. Okay, so I think we will drop the Rune Servitor here. Looks like we're possibly playing a Renown deck, so the early removal should be good for us. We'll be hoping to draw into a 3rd and 4th mana fairly soon. Would be quite nice. So yeah, this is definitely Renowned. Yeah, we've got Sunblade Elf that's just come down. Comes down as a 2/2, so we're potentially want to remove it this turn. It depends if we pull up a third mana. We do not, so we're in a bit of a tough bind right now, so I think I'm just going to Fiery Impulse you. So we've started off a little bit mana screwed, which is not necessarily the end of the world with this deck, but because a third mana would allow us to drop the Artificer's Epiphany or the Chief of the Foundry, but yeah, at the moment we're not looking good. We could really do with drawing into that third mana next turn. Okay, he's played the Citadel Castellan, so that's not great for us. So that third mana would be nice. Come on, deck. Nope, we've got nothing. So do we swing with the Rune Servitor and then Twin Bolt, or do I just save it? I'm thinking just save it. So just skip attack. I could potentially see if he plays out anything this turn and kind of block with the Rune Servitor, see if I can draw into a mana, and then potentially Twin Bolt that and any other card he plays. So I don't know whether or not it's worth, because that's going to go to a 4/5 Vigilance creature, which is pretty terrifying. So I think he just block that. So he's going to wild size it. Okay. So that will make it a 4/5. I'm not going to push through enough damage here, unfortunately. I was expecting the wild size, but so it does get to renown that. I do lose my Rune Servitor, unfortunately. We do get that third mana though, which is fairly clutch. So unfortunately that is now a 4/5, but ooh, we've even managed to find a Foundry of the Consoles as well. So let's drop you down this turn, and then let's just play out Chief of the Foundry. So then next turn we could potentially get Whirler Rogue down. We've got Artificer's Epiphany. We want to get as many artifacts down as possible to play our Reclusive Artificer though. So I'm thinking maybe next turn we can't play Whirler Rogue because we don't have the second blue mana, which is kind of frustrating. He has just played the Valoran Wardens, however, so he's going to be able to swing with the 4/5. I don't think I'm going to block here. I'm going to let that damage go through for now. Okay, so ooh, we've even found blue mana, which is even better because that allows us to play Whirler Rogue this turn. So I think we shall do that. We'll generate some tokens. There we go. 2/2 tokens as well, which is quite nice. I think we'll just skip attack there. So I'm thinking maybe Chief of the Foundry next turn. Let him go through this turn, potentially kill the 1/3. So he's played Outland Colossus, so I'm just thinking, is there any way we can nuke it with the Reclusive Artificer? I don't think so successfully right now. So is he going to swing? He's not going to swing, which gives us an opportunity here. Okay, we've found a Thopter Engineer, so I could potentially drop this turn. Can't drop both the Thopter Engineer and the Chief of the Foundry, so I've got to make a choice. Do I drop the Chief of the Foundry or the Thopter Engineer? I'm thinking Chief of the Foundry, and then I've potentially got the ability to Twin Bolt the Outland Colossus, maybe? Or anything else that you might swing with, so... I've now got 2 3/3 Thopters, which is quite nice. I don't think we're going to do anything this turn now, so I'm just going to skip attack. And then see what he does. So I may let this one go through if he swings. I probably want to kill the 6/6. So Daisy, it's not my turn. I can't drop the Reclusive Artificer, just accidentally clicking the left mouse button there. Okay, so we do have the Reclusive Artificer potentially next turn to play on the 6/6. So he's swung with the 4/5 and the 6/6. Now we have to make a decision. What do we want to do here? Do we chump block? Or do we kind of let it go through? So I'm going to take 10 damage, but how much damage could I push through here coming up? Let me think about this. So I could potentially kill the 4/5. So do I take 10 damage? How much damage could I push through next turn? So let me think about this. So we got the Thopter Engineer, which will generate another Thopter, which will give us 9 damage in the air at the moment. Plus we could potentially take out the Sunblade Elf and push through quite a bit of damage here. And the Reclusive Artificer as well to come down next turn. So I was trying to think, how much would that all add up to? I could potentially push through 3, 5, 8, 11... no, I can't play both these. 3, 5, 8, 11, 14. I might have to just skip blocking here. I'm going to have to try and kind of risk this here, I think. If I get an extra mana, I should be okay. So I think I may be a little bit screwed, but there was no way I was going to be able to like kind of... Oh god, he's played another bloody card, hasn't he? That's pissed in my cornflakes. So we've got the mountain. Now, how much damage could I push through here? That is the question. What could I kill? Oh, that's got vigilance as well, hasn't it? I mean, I could play Thopter Engineer, or I could play Reclusive Artificer and then kill the Citadel Castellan and then just keep chump blocking the Outland Colossus, maybe? That might be an option. But then I've also got the... sorry, let's go for it. We're going to kill the 4/5. So he's going to wild size it, I'm guessing. No. And then, I don't know, we have to... You and you. So I'm in a really bad place here. It didn't help that I got mana screwed and really couldn't play anything out as quickly as I wanted to, I think. Maybe it was a mistake letting that Outland Colossus get so big, but do I swing with just one of my Thopters here? I mean, I could swing with all of my artifacts and then just save open, like, say for example, a Reclusive Artificer as a chump blocker. Or do I just swing with both of these? No, I don't swing with both of these, I think. Maybe a 3/4? I don't know. We'll just save a Thopter as a blocker for the Outland Colossus, I think, right now. Because I don't know what he's got in his hand as well. He could have just wild sizes for all I know. I'm probably completely boned here, but I was hoping that I could push through enough damage, but unfortunately he had the creature cards to kind of push through or prevent me from doing what I wanted to do. Okay, so he's not blocked, which is interesting. Okay. So, do I drop the Thopter Engineer here, or even potentially... Okay, let's drop the Thopter Engineer, which gives all of my creatures haste. All my artifacts haste, sorry. And then, do I swing with just 2 Thopters? And then potentially next turn I can actually swing for the lethal in the air, which is kind of crazy if I can actually win this now. Because I've got the Foundry of the Consoles to do that, so I'm just going to kill one of the Valorant Wardens. Why the hell not? Is he going to waste a wild size on that? No, he's going to pump it up. Interesting. So, that's an interesting way of using up your mana there. Whatever. Don't really care right now. Let's see what he does now. Okay, so I don't know what he's got in his hand. He's got one's a mana. I'm assuming it might be a wild size on the Outland Colossus this turn. So he pumps up everything. Okay. So what have we got here then? So I'm assuming one of these is going to be a wild size of some description. So I'm going to kill you. What do I want to block here? We'll block... I don't know. Block you. Do I want to... I'm going to have to do this, but I'm not going to enjoy it. So block you, and block you. No. We'll block you. I'm guessing one of these is going to be... I'm guessing he's got a wild size. Although, if he had a wild size, he would have just swung last turn with the Outland Colossus, as I'm on hardly any health. We've got 8 open, so do I even... I'm going to have to go for it. I'm just going to hope that he hasn't got too much. Yeah, he's got the wild size. So what's he wild size? That one. Yeah, exactly. So I couldn't really do anything about that. He was always going to wild size that. Okay, let's move on to game number 2, guys. Okay, guys, here we are for game number 2. So we're playing a rank 38 Avrom something or other. This hand we almost definitely want to keep with the 3 mana, I think. So yeah, we're playing Avram Rompu, and we're playing an aggressive deck. So maybe this wasn't a good hand to keep in hindsight. We'll be hoping to draw into, I don't know, like a... We've got both the Thopter Spy networks, so providing we can hang on in here for 3 or 4 turns, we're going to be laughing our way all the way to the bank with the Thopter Spy networks, but... So we've got Majoring Bully coming down. Okay, so we could do some kind of, like, removal pretty soon. So we're going to swing with the 2-1 here. Going to go down to 2 health. So I could do with what's my is it my mirror creature? What's it called? Perilous Mirror. That's the one. That would be perfect right about now. That's not perfect, however. So we're going to have to wait one more turn to get a creature down, in which case it'll be the Chief of the Foundry. After which we could potentially play Reclusive Artificer to nuke, say for example, his Foundry Suite Denizen. Oh wow! So I'm about to take, I don't even know, 6 damage. So I'm going to go down to 12 here. This is kind of terrifying already. So I'm in a really bad situation. Like, I'm going to be aggroed down way before I can get any kind of significant amount of Thopters out. Play Foundry of the Consoles and Chief of the Foundry, I think. So we've potentially got a blocker for small creatures. Although I'm assuming he's probably got a Titan Strength in here somewhere. So he's played another Dragon Fodder. Jesus! So I'm going to potentially take another 6 damage this turn, I think. He's got a lot of creatures down. That's insane, this aggro. So I can't even block these two without losing my Chief of the Foundry. So I'm just going to block one of the... we're going to take 7 damage, go down to 5. Okay, we're probably dead. Nope, maybe not. So I'm probably going to go for the Twin Bolt here. And do I Twin Bolt you, or do I Twin Bolt... I'm going to go for you and for you. Okay, that's a bit better. So at least we're not quite dead yet. We might be, though. Exquisite Firecraft. Yeah, I'm dead. Let's do a third game. Okay, guys, so we're playing a rank 31 for the final game of the day. This is definitely a keeper. This is a much better opening hand. We're playing rank 31 Human Being. That was really frustrating, that last game. I swear to God, if we're playing red aggro again, I'm not going to be happy. Sackdos, don't mind. Red aggro, brah. That was just like infuriating, that last game. The aggro was like I just couldn't do anything. I just couldn't get anything out fast enough. Like, the first game was probably my fault for keeping only 2 mana. That I can completely understand that. Second game, just being aggroed down like that was frustrating. Unless you're playing a deck which can just match it in terms of the number of creatures being played, then yeah, no chance. Okay, so maybe we are playing red aggro if we've seen 2 red mana so far. Yeah, this is red aggro. 2 red aggro in a row. What is going on? Okay, so we're potentially dead again. We might be slightly better with the Thopter Engineer this time, however. So we're going to be hoping to at least stay in it this game. So providing we can last at least a couple more turns, the aggro hasn't... Oh my god, Call of the Full Moon. I'm completely screwed. I'm completely screwed, guys. I don't believe this. 2 red aggro decks. I haven't seen red aggro in ages, and then I get 2 all at once. So I'm going to go down to 12 already. So I basically need to have the ability to play 2 spells next turn, otherwise I am just completely annihilated. Oh god. Oh god. Good god. Let's play Thopter Engineer out. So that thing's got trample as well, hasn't it? My god. Do we attack? This is just attack. It's probably going to die next turn if I block the Goblin Arsonist. So yeah, we're not in a good place right now. We need like the ability to play a second spell next turn, like something cheap. Fiery Conclusion. My god. This is rather taking the mic a little bit. Where did all these aggro decks come from? Okay, so I'm going to go down to 6 with no chance of actually being able to get rid of that Call of the Full Moon. So yeah, we're dead basically. I don't think we can actually do enough here to actually kill it, so let's just play out Pirin Kirin Nalar. I might just have to just like complete like chump block with like four creatures here just to actually stay in this. Because I have no idea what else he's got. He could have absolutely anything. Prowess and all sorts. Twin Bolt. Yep, of course. So that's going to get prowess. So yeah, I'm not in a good place right now. Maybe I should have played Artificer's Epiphany and then played like another card out. So we just have to chump block here. So nothing there. Just more mana. Okay, so let's play Artificer's Epiphany and hope that we draw maybe a... Oh, no, this doesn't actually matter, so I've lost. Okay, guys, this has not been a good day. I've lost 3 ranks and we're playing another rank 37. So can't keep that hand. I'll try this hand. Yeah, we're playing rank 37 Puppet Head 32. So yeah, hopefully we won't be facing red aggro again. Would be nice. Okay, black. That makes me happier. Black I can deal with. Okay, we found a Perilous Mere, you know, the creature card that we wanted to see for like the last 2 games. Where the hell were you in my life for the last 2 games, damn it? Right, so hopefully this will actually be a good representation of how to actually play Thopters instead of those first 3 games where I just got completely stomped on. I don't even feel like I played badly. Like, 2 red aggro decks were just... There was nothing I could do, basically. I was essentially just, like, just completely out of my depth. My Thopter, I couldn't get any of my Thopters down. My cards were all too slow. Like I said, it would have been fine if I'd found something like my Perilous Mere would have been perfect for both those games. What else would it be? This is my other 2-mana artifact. What's it called? Rune Servitor would have been perfect as well. But you know, neither of them came down early enough to actually make a difference in either of those games. See, now we're covering out fairly well here. We've got the Chief of the Foundry, we've had the Perilous Mere, we've got a Reclusive Artificer to come down next turn, potential Twin Bolt. Okay, so he's going to Reave Soul my Chief of Foundry, I'm guessing. That makes me a big old sad panda, but never mind. That was going to be perfect. I was going to be able to take out the... ooh, we found a Sigil of Valor, which is quite nice. So, does this actually do anything? So, gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other creature you control. So, it doesn't really matter there. So, I'm just going to skip attack. And then move on. See what he plays. So, we've got green, black, blue. So, I'm assuming maybe Sultai Mill. Which could be interesting. So, he's played nothing. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Ooh, we found a Thopter Engineer. Although we don't really need that this turn, so I'm just going to drop the Reclusive Artificer. Deploy you. What's he got? Telling Time, okay, so he's just going to lose his... he's just doing it, obviously, pre-combat in case he can find some other way of saving it, potentially. See what happens. So this is already resolved, so he can't exactly counter it if he is playing some kind of blue-green-black control. So we're just going to swing with these 2 creatures. Taking down a 15, which is quite nice. We do have the Sigil of Valor to potentially pop up a Thopter in case he's able to play some kind of ground defense, which stops me swinging with these 2 creatures. So yeah, we've got green, black, blue, but I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. Okay, Harbinger of Tide, so he's going to bounce potentially my 1/1. Interesting choice. And a Fleshbag Marauder. Okay, interesting. So I'm guessing this is going to die now. So maybe Thopter Engineer would have been the better choice last turn, but meh, it's not the end of the world. So we're going to play the Soul Fools, and then let's play Thopter Engineer, Perilous Mere, and then just swing with the Thopter. Oh no, I could actually equip... no, what we're going to do, we're going to play Perilous Mere. Come on. Then we're going to equip the Thopter with the Sigil of Valor, which actually allows me to swing in for a lot more damage. So this will actually swing for 3 rather than kind of barely nothing. So what I could really do with right now is my Artificer's Epiphany would be quite nice, as I'm kind of depleted on cards a wee bit. Drawn to a lot of mana, but not really a lot else. Okay, so he's played Harbinger of Tides. Oh, that makes me sad, Panda. Because he's just going to bounce my Thopter back, which actually just kills it, basically. And a Reef Sold. Okay, so I'm guessing that's going to get Reef Sold. Wow, this really is just a blue, green, black control. And now I'm in a really bad place. So I'm just going to skip blocking here. So I could do something kind of huge, maybe, I don't know, that's not huge. So probably just skip attack here. Do I kill one of his Harbinger of Tides with a Twin Bolt? And I'll see how it goes. This is not been a good way of showing off the Thopters. This is usually a lot better than this. I don't know what's going on. It's like some kind of recording curse. This deck has been so consistent lately, and it just hasn't performed today at all. I'm hoping that in future episodes it will be performing a lot better, but except this has not been a good representation. I've just not got any of the cards I wanted. I've been mana screwed. I've been mana flooded in this game, and I've been the victim of aggro twice as well, which is not fun. So maybe just skip blocking there. If he's not going to swing with both of them, I'll let the 2 damage go through and hope that I get something good. Rune Servitor works for me. So, I could swing, and then potentially Twin Bolt, and then kill off his creature. See if he blocks. So he's going to block, which I'm going to kill that one with. So I want to kill you. Yep, you. And then Twin Bolt, you and you. So no, I could have Sigiled of Valor there. What am I doing? It doesn't really matter anyway. I needn't have wasted that Twin Bolt. Whoops-a-daisy. I could have Sigiled of Valor, put it on the Thopter, killed off one of his Harbinger of Tides. Yeah, that's a serious misplay there. But never mind. I'm still in a bad place, put it that way, but not so bad as I was a second ago, because he's now got no creatures and I've got my Rune Servitor, but I have no cards in hand and he has 5? Yeah, 5. Necromantic Summons, that does have Spell Mastery, so I'm guessing he gets to put back Fleshbag Marauder, maybe? Nope, he's pulling out of my graveyard. Okay, so he gets my Perilous Mirror. Oh, fantastic. So it's just gone back. It's just gone from bad to worse, basically. Oh, at least we've got a Perilous Mirror. So I don't really want to swing with the Rune Servitor here. Skip attack. I mean, I could swing it as a 3/3, but that wouldn't really do anything. Yeah, that Necromantic Summon's pretty brutal. Target creature from a graveyard. Wow, that's kind of like annoying. In fact, he can pull it from my graveyard as well, and he's found a Jace as well. Of course he's found a Jace. I need something big here. I don't know what, but I need something big, basically. So he's swung with the Thopter. Ooh, Foundry of the Consoles works for me. I think we'll pop that at the end of my turn. That will give us 2 Thopters to start swinging with. Or potentially kill his Thopter. Also works. So he's pulled and he's got to toss away, I think. Is that how Jace works? And I think Jace is also going to flip. So he's tossed away a Thopter Fed, finds Jace. And he finds a Guy's Revenge. Of course he finds a Guy's Revenge. Why wouldn't he find a Guy's Revenge? So I could just double block here, which I think I'm going to have to do. Oh no, because this can't be the target of non-green spells or abilities. Sod it, we'll just block with the Rune Servitor. Let's draw a card. And then we'll also sacrifice Foundry of the Consoles. And we'll get to draw a card from this. So will he, but that's fine. Please be something good. Another Perilous Mirror, ain't too bad. So that gets -2/1 till end of turn. Okay, we found Peering Kieran Nalar, which isn't too bad, I suppose. So we can play you out. Can I play both of these and the Sigil of Valor? I think I can. Yes, I can. Excellent. So let's play all of you. And let's pop the Sigil of Valor onto you. And then we're just going to swing with you. Do I swing at Jace or face? No, let's go for face here. His ultimate's at -9, so I'm not too worried about that. He's going to have to block here, I suspect. Which he is. That gets rid of his flying creature for next turn, which is awesome. Now I'm thinking just block the guy's revenge with a Perilous Mirror. Because that way I can actually ping... Oh, Languish. Why would you do this to me? Why? So what have I got here? I've got 2 Perilous Mirrors, so... Can't kill the guy's revenge. Could kill you. And then we'll do one to the face. Oh, Languish. Why would you do this to me? So, I've just gone back to square one now. Thought I might have won it there. But then he pops the Languish. Of course he pops the Languish. So we can swing for 4 now, and... So what did he +1 or did he -3? I don't know. That was weird. So I get down to 10. What do we get here then? Mana, of course we do. So that's game over. I will, let's round it off here then. Okay guys, so not a good representation of my Thopter deck. That just did not go well today. I just seemed to come up against some really inspired opponents, which is kind of frustrating, but hey ho. So I'm going to have to leave the episode here for now. As always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.